Did you know that there could be up to 75 insect fragments per 50 grams in your wheat flour? Or how about 50 fragments per 100 grams in your peanut butter? Yes, I hate to break it to you, but you eat bugs and it actually might be worth your while to eat a few more. By 2050, our population is estimated to be 9 billion. If we continue our current agricultural practices, that's going to place a huge strain on our food supply. So what can we do about it? To eat more sustainably. A sustainable diet is one that is nutritious and healthy, is accessible, and it meets the needs of current and future generations. Luckily for us, insects fit the bill as a part of a sustainable diet. This is what we call entomophagy. Entomon meaning insects and phagein meaning to eat. There's approximately 1,900 known edible insect species worldwide, and about 2 billion people eat insects regularly around the globe. Usually we only eat insects by accident, but these people actually consider it as a part of their daily diet and even consider these foods as delicacies. But think about shrimp or lobster or even sushi. At one point, these foods weren't acceptable to us at all, but now it's a part of our regular diet. So are bugs healthy? The short answer is yes. They're an excellent source of nutrition. Many edible insects are high in protein, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids, and vitamins and minerals. Think iron, magnesium, copper, zinc, and other B vitamins. Nutrient profiles of insects do vary greatly though, depending on the species, just like any other source of protein. The most commonly consumed insects are beetles, caterpillars, bees, wasps, and ants, and this is followed by locusts, grasshoppers, and crickets. Let's take a look at crickets specifically. Cricket farms are popping up all over the United States, and for good reason. They're a sustainable protein choice and an easy introduction to eating insects into the Western world, especially when consumed in the form of protein powders. Crickets are high in iron, B vitamins, omega-3s, and they even contain all of the essential amino acids. Hopefully I've convinced you that maybe insects are nutritious, but what is the impact on the environment? Why are these insects so sustainable? First, insects are way more efficient at converting feed into protein. They're actually 2 times more efficient than chicken, 4 times more efficient than pigs, and 12 times more efficient than cattle. 80% of a cricket is edible as compared to 55% of chicken and 40% for cattle. So that's a huge difference. Additionally, 30% of the land is devoted to raising meat. And this includes the livestock land and also the land required to produce the food for the livestock. So one advantage to insects is that you can do what's called micro livestock, which is farming mini livestock, aka crickets. Insects such as crickets can be raised indoors and can grow upward instead of outward like traditional livestock would require if you needed to expand your operation. Insects also require significantly less water. Crickets require 2,000 times less water than cattle. So let's talk about cow farts. Insects have considerably less production of methane and ammonia. In other words, greenhouse gases. Pigs produce 8 to 12 times more ammonia when compared to crickets. There's a growing market in the US for mini livestock, and cricket farms in particular are growing incredibly across the US. They're popping up all over, and a lot of them are converting the crickets into protein powder. Protein powder is used as baked goods, cookies, and it's a really good, easy introduction to this in the Western world. Many livestock endeavors are advantageous because they're easy to transport, it's nutritious, there's a huge market for it, they require minimal space, they don't compete with other food products currently. But there is a need to increase the consumption of insects so that it gains traction in the US market, and then the prices can drive down. So as it becomes more widely accepted as a food, the prices will drive down and be comparable to other protein powders. Currently, insects fall under the FDA guidelines. Remember the insect parts that are allowed in your food? Yep. Well, that's currently the only mention of insects in policies and regulations. So all insect food farmers must still follow the good manufacturing practices that any other food production must follow. There needs to be policies written on the consumption of edible insects and how to sell these edible insects. Now, I know none of the benefits will matter about eating insects if they don't taste good. So what do insects actually taste like? While I've never eaten one whole, crickets are said to have a mild, nutty flavor. There are also bugs out there, such as bee larvae and certain ants, that are supposed to even taste like bacon. And fried agave worms taste like sunflower seeds. So, depending on the preparation, you may actually enjoy the taste. Overall, there's a need for more policies and research regarding edible insects. We also need more farmers to help increase production and drive the popularity of these products. So what can you do? Be an adventurous eater and help reduce the stigma regarding edible insects.